people are fleeing cities. Maybe they're leaving because they're afraid of the pandemic. Maybe they're leaving because their boss gave them the green light that they could work from home for some extended period of time. And there was a lot of supply outside of cities of homes, it seems. And inside of cities, we had this massive crunch and a housing crisis. What happens now with this great flippening that's happened where people don't want to be in cities and they don't need to be, and cities are expensive and the country's cheap and it's better, and the only reason you weren't there previously was because your boss didn't allow it, and now your boss is saying, go for it.
Classic economics, right? Supply and demand. So you have less expensive, more plentiful housing outside of cities. Although the one thing I would slightly take issue with, in most areas, we didn't really have a large supply of existing inventory. It was still relatively light by historical standards, but it certainly wasn't as tight as in some of the urban areas.
Got it.
But I would say you are seeing more vacancies, and especially at the high end in some of the cities where people are moving out and have the ability to just walk away from places and get places in less expensive areas. You're seeing a resurgence in places outside of New York City. People going back to Connecticut or out to the Hamptons and renting places for a year. Lots of that stuff happening. And so I do have some concerns about the impact not only on the housing market in places like New York, but all the small businesses supported by all the people living there.
Right. That's going to certainly be acute. Yeah. I mean, you don't need as many restaurants, dry cleaners, even schools and teachers. They might be downsizing as well if people are going to go, and flee to the suburbs.